I serve as the Vice President of this Christian Education Department here at Holiness Tabernacle. I've served in this capacity for approximately 7 years. The purpose of the Christian Education Department is to provide Christian-based education and righteousness for Holiness Tabernacle members. We also provide resources that aid teachers in their different auxiliaries. I believe you must love what you do, and if you love what you do it well. And I have a passion for education, regardless of whether it's Christian education or education on the whole. Through my life experience, I've learned that some kids do not get exposed to the educational needs in which they can advance themselves. And I think if I can be a point of contact to help those students here where God has placed me, to help those students to advance themselves, I think I can be an asset to Holiness Tabernacle Church of God in Christ. CD has 7 programs. The Black History program, we have the Back to School program, we have academic recognition, we have, that's just to name a few. And one of the more rewarding aspects of it for me is the joy of a child's face, knowing I am rewarded when I achieve good academic grades. It's a joy to see that child happy to say, okay, yeah, they're probably going to be recognized by their parents, but to be recognized by their church as well. I think that that student wants to do better the next quarter, wants to advance the next quarter. So I think it's rewarding to me to say, oh, I'm going to do better next quarter, Sister Alexander. One challenge that comes to mind, and I'm not going to say this a lot, but one challenge that did come to mind is our academic program. It was a challenge to get a child who did not have such a nice grade on their report to bring it to me or to bring it to our president, Mother Pruitt. It was a challenge getting them because they didn't want anybody to see I didn't have all A's, I didn't have all B's, I didn't have C's. I might have an F in there. And it was a challenge for me to get them to come to this point. But the one incentive was we had to convince them, bring it, let us take a look at it, because that way tutoring is offered to you and you have that opportunity to bring that grade up. And I've seen where in the past students have brought their grades up by bringing their school report card to us so that we can look at it. They did not receive a prize or a gift for that particular quarter, but a quarter down the road or 2 quarters down the road, they received something, and that's where the joy comes in to say they were trying because they brought something to us for us to take a look at it. So that's to me, that brings joy to me. As I said previously, my biggest thing is academic recognition, and I can go on and talk about academic recognition. But one aspect I do want to make mention of is our education month. That's also very big. And I have grown personally over the years. I've grown personally by taking the resources that's offered at that class normally held in September, that's offered in September, by taking the resources from those classes and applying it to me, my life, how do I approach the Bible, how do I dissect certain things in the Bible. I've used the links to go on to simplify a scripture that seems to be difficult, to simplify it. It's not all about only education, it's about a learning process, and I absorb that, and I'm very appreciative of that. I really know it's real. the, I'll say maybe high schoolers to the ratio to the preschoolers and the middle schoolers. The high schoolers, it's a very low ratio. So that's, and we're still having babies. And that's telling me that the ratio, that's all the preschoolers to the middle schoolers, it's going to be growing. And as we have new members coming in, because the church is also growing, as we have new members coming in, this body of kids keeps growing. Now we as educators, we as, and that's saying not only the CED staff, but the teachers, as long as we keep teachers enhancing what's offered out there to captivate the children, as long as we keep doing that, we're going to have the kids motivated, and the program is going to grow and grow and grow, because we have a larger preschool to middle school based students.